Alrighty, folks. We're back for a real quick one. I don't have a whole lot of time here today, but I did want to get my funds working for me and show you some of the problems you're going to experience with the current version of perp.com. So as you can see now, the $45 we've bridged over roughly is now turned into $46, and we're sitting at a little basically the same, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more leverage. I think it's a little bit less margin, if I remember correctly. But if we go into the history and look, you're like, where's my funding payments? It says I'm supposed to be receiving something, and you said something about every 8 hours. The problem is we haven't interacted with the contract, and the contract settles these things when you interact with the contract. So there's a couple ways you can do it. You can by going in and changing your position, adding liquidity, or simply going into the Etherscan, optimistic Etherscan contract page and just writing the correct method. And because ultimately somebody has to spend the gas, and that somebody is you, folks. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna just walk you through because what I did was I unloaded my position over at Annex Finance, and as we can see here, it is now going to be well, it's not even connected to the wallet anymore. Oh, because I'm not on the right chain. Um, I will have to be over on the BNB chain anyways to bridge over the funds. So we'll connect over, and you can see I have unloaded my position. There is now nothing left on here, and I have my funds sitting in my wallet ready to bridge over. And I've also moved over about $100, not quite $100 of Ethereum as well, because working with just the $50 or the 45 that end up bridging over, um, also with the I had to have USDC in there as well, so we're not hit with that withdrawal restriction. Um, we just gotta get more money involved in this, folks. So that's what we're gonna do now. So we're gonna want to bridge from BNB chain over to Optimism, and we'll bridge some Ethereum first, and we'll get that going. So we'll transfer that, and they're gonna take Ethereum from BNB. We're gonna go into Optimism. They're gonna take their little bit of a fee, which is fine. Name of the game, folks. We're on our basis trade on the BNB mainnet. We're good, good. Click, click. We'll let that run out. I also have a little bit of USDC coin we can bridge over. Right. And so we're going to go BNB chain to Optimism, transfer that over. They're going to take their couple, wow. Oh, no, not that much really. Dollar, whatever. We'll make it back, right? We'll make it back. All right. So we'll bridge that over. And then we have some, the problem, ooh, hold on. And unfortunately, I am probably going to have to go before all of this is completed. So this might just be a whoever happens to be watching it video. And I'll just link the video in the Discord. So make sure you're joined the Discord below, because I also just realized another problem. I was going to bridge over the Binance pegged Bitcoin, but they won't bridge it. So yeah, what we'll have to do is do that later, and in another video potentially. But so let's get in here. Let's see if anything has made it over yet. Doubt it, because it's not usually that fast. Oh yes, my Ethereum is already over on Optimism. Look at that, folks. Look at that. All right, so we're then gonna go in, and so what we're gonna do is we're gonna deposit. We don't want WETH, we want ETH. I don't want to throw all of it in there because we definitely need um, some for gas fees. So let's put like 6.5 of that in there. And that should leave us enough for gas fees, and I won't have to bridge anymore over for a hot minute. And there's the USDC as well, so that we're also going to deposit this USDC, and we can throw all of that in there because we don't need that sitting around. All right, we don't have to wait around for that because we know it's just going to show up in there. And then if we go into the trade and you're like, oh, we're down $5. Well, yes, we are, but that must mean the funding rate is definitely going to be positive. Unfortunately, even still, after we've did the deposits, we haven't interacted with the right contract here. So what we effectively have to do is we have to either go to Etherscan and interact with the contract to say, hey, settle these outstanding contracts transactions, or what we can also do is we can now, since we have a very much unleveraged position, I can throw another short on here, and that's what we're gonna do. Is we go in and just say short, and then we're gonna say, all right, let's just short it at the market. We don't need to worry about a limit order, and we're just gonna short it with another 20%. Let's do 25% this time because we know we're gonna be uh, pretty far into that, and then we want to get our dollar cost average up since we're much higher in the market now, or not much higher, but we're somewhat higher. Let's just short it right there and see what that gives us at 25% of our buying power. That should throw us right about, I wish it would tell us. I'm hoping that throws us right around 50, maybe 55, or 40, maybe even, yeah. So it's a little higher than I'd like it to go, but I'm confident that we're not going to go to 1600 anytime soon. So I probably should have went 20% again, but I was getting greedy, and I do have a negative bias on this market myself. So now we can go in and give this a second. It doesn't necessarily happen right away. Yeah. So now that the contracts have done their thing, there we go. But the problem is how much have we made? That's a problem for the next video, folks, because I'm gonna have to go. But now we have received the funding payments, and it was automatically added into the collateral as free collateral. So that was our first adjustment. Now we're sitting at 3x leverage, which is totally fine. I'm perfectly happy with running about 3x. I like about 2x leverage, so I can either throw a little more Ethereum in there um, and get that down to 3x, or we can wait a day or so, and hopefully the market comes back, and we could take a little bit of profit off if the market does, like I intend to, it does come back on us. So we're just gonna let this run. We'll collect some funding fees, and in that next video, I'll show you how we can get the actual P&Ls until they fix their website. Because after all, this is absolutely brand new. Within about the last few months, they've launched this on Optimism. So, all right, folks, thanks for watching. Check us out on Discord, and I will catch you in that next video.